Good morning, folks. This is Anne-Marie. Today is November the 14th, and this is the SPY report, taking a look at SPY, IWM, and quickly the Qs this morning. We still have this upside momentum going. We've got this great big candlestick from yesterday, pretty close to a Maribozu candlestick. But see, we've got this in the formation and this in the general formation and this in our form. So what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that movement has a tendency to be retraced here until it catches its grip. All right, or until it decides it's going to change direction completely. Notice the sorts of things that happen. We have this sideways congestion. We drop out of it. Folks think that we are going to move in one direction or another, this particular direction being down. What it does, it's a failed breakdown, and then it reverses and becomes something quite incredible in terms of movement. So, what can we learn about the current state of the market? One, that if we have a breakdown or a breakout that fails, what happens if it comes into the other side and shoots off the top? Really, that side is what we're looking at. Now, we can look at it this way. We can say, here is our formation. We had this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days of relatively tight action, and then it falls out of the region only to recover, and now it's sitting on the outside. So is it this formation that we actually are looking at here? Has it been replicated? Or is this going to give us a reversal candle here? All we have to figure out is, can this hold the level for us to consider swing entries into the next part of the year? This morning we've got job claims, jobless claims, and a few other things going on. That one particularly interesting to see if we can hold. We are gapping up just a bit, moving us up into these regions right here. This chart, if we take a look at, and I know I'm spending a long time here, but let's take a look at the Gartleys. This is Motive Wave. Really quite a lovely charting platform. It connects to a great number of oops. All right, so if this is an ABCD pattern, meaning it connects to a great number of clearinghouses and such so that you can trade through this, but here is an ABCD pattern that is essentially coming into the extension point of the region. Now, it doesn't mean that that's what's going to happen, of course, but this is certainly a formation. Listen, when we have pullbacks into general support and our momentum indicators come down into these oversold regions, it's really, really great place to take ourselves along. Here we've got a breakout event and a very steep momentum indicator here. So this usually means we're at the end of a run. It usually does. Let's go all the way down to the 1 hour chart, and we're going to see that indeed we had a pullback here yesterday, early morning, and then a very pretty acceleration. Last time it was up here, it only dipped a very little bit. This, what I'm saying is, could be a space where you would have a chance to enter if it comes in to retest the breakout area at 177.46. That is going to be a critical mass event in my mind for this particular chart. All right, so let's go quickly. We've done the SPY. Let's go to the IWM. Heavens. All right, let's take a look at this on the daily. This one not breaking out like the others, right? Look at this formation. This is not at all-time highs. And the TF, the TF has been the leader this entire time, and it's now in a retracement space. It's come back into the 50. It's dipping here. There is upside momentum associated with this particular chart. Indeed. What we do need to see is can it pull back and retest the breakout area at about 109.70-ish? Momentum is drifting a little on the CCI, so that's something that we have to take a look at. Overall, this chart does look like it's breaking out. Let's go back to this daily here, and let me add this bearish pattern here, potentially. This one's quite symmetric. Okay, so this chart has finished its formation, and so now we are looking at a different group. Now let's see if we have ourselves a potential 3 drive. What kind of symmetry do we have? All right, if it's in the same kind of formation, that's the extension that we're looking at. I don't know that it is. I'm thinking that this is going to be a very, very interesting space. The slow SMI is dipping. Momentum is shifting. If we don't breach this prior day's high and hold this region for at least an hour, couple hours, we are going to have the pullback. If it holds down in this region, we can pop sideways. All kinds of things can happen in here. Lines in the sand in terms of the levels that you want to choose are the long above the prior day's high. Now it's going to gap up over that. Resistance level 1 is 110.85. 110.40 was a swing long trigger for SPY traders. And so that's pretty interesting. Into 111.34 likely space. Notice we've got this upside that is being bounded by momentum, right? Here's the bottom line. If you look at momentum indicators as much as I do, once in a while, when divergence occurs or things stay in an overbought or oversold level for an extended period of time, your brain should look at one thing. Am I holding the tightest simple moving average that I watch on my relative time frames? And the tightest one that I watch in the short order is the 8. And here it is right here. Is it holding? If it's holding, yes, I stay long, right? The second it does not hold, I'm going to watch out. You might say, but it doesn't hold here. That is true, but that's why I have pivots. Resistance level 2 is holding quite nicely here. That's very, very good shape. Okay, so if it comes down into support region, that's going to hold. And then we're going to move up to the next space. All right, lastly, the Qs. This is running a lot longer than I wanted it to. Let's go to the daily here. We can see what's going on. The Qs have been threatening to roll over. See, this looks a lot like the IWM, right? These things do not look like SPY. They just don't. And so they are breaking. Actually, this one does look like SPY. Forgive me for that. Because it is breaking into a new space. It's the IWM that is sitting by itself in a way that is a little cautionary to me. right? Which is why I have tentative motion setting all over the place. But here's the breach, barely made it, 83.50-ish. What we want to do is see if it can hold this level. If it comes back, comes into the congestion and pops, it's in great shape for more upside momentum. So if you're looking for the extension, be careful about it gapping up, 83.82. You want to be super careful about it right there. If it gaps into that space and then pulls back and begins to hold, you have a good opportunity for upside momentum. Downside momentum going to be a little bit tougher, but I would surmise that under congestion or the prior day's pivot, 82.35, that's going to give you a lot of price action. If we want to go all the way down into the 1 hour, we're looking at this expanding momentum. New level here. Last time it pulled back here was simply flat. Nothing significant happened there. This time, that was a pretty sharp pullback, and probably because this slow SMI was really saying, hey, listen, I'm still negative trending. Now we're in a positive trending environment. If this pulls back, it should only pull back into support. Use caution and enjoy your trading day.